Hello student, I am going to discuss with you the acid, base and salts. So you see the first topic in this is what is indicator. Okay, when we talk about indicator, it is a substance which indicates the acidic or basic nature, okay, of solution by color change. So when we talk about indicators, two types are there generally: natural indicators and synthetic indicators. What are natural indicators? Indicators obtained from natural sources are called as natural indicators. Okay, like litmus is there, turmeric is there, red cabbage, China rose. Okay, there are some common natural indicators. So how litmus will act as a indicator? If you take blue litmus, so acid will change the blue litmus into red, whereas the base turns a red litmus to blue. Okay, turmeric also acts as a indicator. It is also a natural indicator only. So turmeric is another natural indicator. You can see turmeric is generally yellow in color. Yes or no? So turmeric solutions on or paper turns a reddish brown with a base, whereas turmeric does not change the color with acid. What does this mean? The color of turmeric will not change in the presence of acid, but it will change into reddish brown in the presence of base. Okay. Similarly, red cabbage is also there. It is also a natural indicator. The juice of red cabbage is originally purple in color. Yes or no? And juice of red cabbage turns a reddish with acid, whereas turn greenish with a base. Okay. In this way, it acts as what? Natural indicator. Second is olfactory indicator. This is an important topic. Olfactory indicators are nothing but the indicators or the substance which changes their smell when mixed with acid or base. Okay, for example, onion extract is there, vanilla extract is there. Okay, so generally the smell is detected, okay, in the acidic medium. So what they're telling us, paste or juice of onion loses its smell when added to base, whereas it does not change its smell with acid. Okay, means if you take the vanilla extract or onion extract, so the smell is detected. Okay, smell is detected in acidic medium, but it will lose its smell. Okay, in the presence of base. Yes or no? Third type of indicator is what? A synthetic indicator. This is also important. Indicators that are synthesized in the laboratory. Okay, generally they are man-made indicators. That's why it is called as synthetic indicators. Yes or no? So generally we have in your syllabus phenolphthalein and methyl orange. Very important. Okay, so phenolphthalein is a generally colorless liquid. It remains colorless with acid, but turns into pink with a base. Whereas methyl orange is generally orange in color. It turns into red with acid and turns into yellow with a base. Okay, here is the list of all the indicators. What is their original color? Okay, how is the color changes in acid and base? For example, red litmus. When you talk about red litmus, original you take red. Okay, so no change in acid, but it changes to blue in basic medium. Similarly, blue litmus, original color is blue. In acidic medium, it will change into red, but in basic medium, no change. Turmeric, yellow in color. In acidic medium, no change. In basic medium, reddish brown. Red cabbage, generally purple color. In acidic medium, changes to reddish, but in basic medium, greenish yellow. Phenolphthalein, colorless. In acidic, it remains colorless only, whereas in base, it changes to pink. Methyl orange, in original color is of methyl orange is what? Orange only. In acidic medium, it changes to red, whereas in basic medium, changes to yellow. Onion, okay, generally there is no color here. They are actually olfactory indicators. Okay, these are what are olfactory indicators. So color change is not applicable in this. Generally in acidic medium, a smell is detected, but in basic medium, a smell is destroyed. Am I clear? That's why they have written a smell vanishes in basic medium. Yes or no? Next important topic is about acids. What is acid? How will you tell? How will you define acid? So this is just the basics. Okay, acids are sour in taste. Red, it turns red litmus to blue. Sorry, it turns a blue litmus to red and dissolves in water to release H plus ion. If you take any acid like HCl, okay, in the water, it will give you H plus ion and Cl minus ion. So an acidic substance which gives hydrogen ion. Actually, this is an unstable ion, so it will again react with the water. Okay, and it will form H3O plus ion. This ion is called as what? Hydronium ion. So an acid is a substance which gives hydronium ion in its aqueous solution. So example, we can see sulfuric acid is there, acetic acid is there, nitric acid is there. There are some important properties of acids. Generally, acids have a saline taste. It turns blue litmus to red. Acid solution conducts electricity and it releases H plus ion in aqueous solution. These are the properties. If they ask, you can write. Okay. We can classify acid in so many ways. One classification is based on source. Okay. So we have natural acids as well as organic acid and inorganic acids. Okay. Natural acids means the acid which are obtained from natural sources are called as natural acids. Okay, so it is of two types. Again, it is organic acid and inorganic acid. Organic acids, when we talk about organic acids, they are obtained from generally plants and animals. Okay, whereas inorganic acids are generally obtained from rocks. Okay, or minerals. So inorganic acids are also called as mineral acids. You can see here some examples of organic acids with their sources is given. Acetic acid, what is the source? It is obtained from vinegar. Ascorbic acid, it is obtained from where? Amla or guava. Okay, citric acid, obtained from lemon, orange, and other citrus fruits. Lactic acid, obtained from sour milk or curd. Methanoic acid, it is present in the ant sting, nettle sting. Oxalic acid, it is present in the tomato. Tartaric acid, tamarind. Okay, mineral acids, the acids which are prepared from the minerals are called as mineral acids. Okay, they are also called as inorganic acids, man-made acids, or synthetic acids also. Okay, so here examples is there: hydrochloric acid is there, HCl, H2SO4, sulfuric acid, nitric acid HNO3, carbonic acid H2CO3, phosphoric acid H3PO4. Yes or no? Generally, organic acids contain carbon and inorganic acids does not contain carbon, but carbonic acid is the only inorganic acid or mineral acid which contains carbon. Okay, this is also one important question. Now we'll discuss about some chemical properties. Okay, chemical properties of acids. So actually, acids, dilute acids react with metal. It will give you salt and hydrogen. Okay, for example, you can see here reaction of zinc with a hydrochloric acid. It gives you what? Zinc chloride, which is a salt, and hydrogen gas is evolved. Similarly, sodium react with a sulfuric acid. Okay, it gives you what? Sodium sulfate and hydrogen. Yes or no? So how can you taste that hydrogen gas is liberated? So the gas evolved after reaction of an acid with a metal can be tasted by bringing a lighted candle near it. If the gas bumps with a pop sound, not it. If the gas burns with a pop sound, then it confirms the evolution of hydrogen gas. Yes or no? Similarly, reaction of acids with a metal carbonates. So metal carbonates react with acid. It gives you salt, carbon dioxide, and water. Okay, very important reaction this is. For example, if you take sodium carbonate, Na2CO3 reacted with HCl, hydrochloric acid, it gives you salt, NaCl salt, CO2, and H2O, water. Okay, similarly, calcium carbonate, if you take calcium carbonate react with sulfuric acid, it gives you water, calcium sulfate, carbon dioxide, and water. Okay, similarly, if you take a third reaction is there, nitric acid reacting with the sodium carbonate, so it will give you water, sodium nitrate plus water plus carbon dioxide. Yes or no? So you can test also how CO2 gas is evolved. So if you pass lime water, calcium hydroxide, okay, if you pass CO2 through lime water, it turns lime water milky. So it will form CaCO3 plus H2O. So this is what? Colorless. This is lime water. Okay, lime water. So if you pass CO2 through lime water, it turns milky due to the formation of calcium carbonate. Okay, if you pass excess CO2, so what will happen? So see, CaCO3 react with the, see, this is the product. If you pass again CO2, it will give you what? Calcium bicarbonate, CaHCO3, whole twice. Okay, so this is a soluble salt. Okay, so it again the solution become what? Colorless. Okay, here it is white precipitate. Okay, white PPT is formed. So in this way, you can test that whether CO2 gas is evolved or not. Next, reaction of acid with a hydrogen carbonate. Okay, acid gives carbon dioxide gas. respective salts and water when they react with a metal hydrogen carbonate. Okay, so see, acid reacting with a metal hydrogen carbonate gives you salt, carbon dioxide, and water. For example, you can take sodium bicarbonate is there, NaSCO3, reacting with sulfuric acid, it gives what? Sodium chloride plus carbon dioxide and water. Okay, so here you can just now explain the test for CO2. If you take CO2 is passed through lime water, that is calcium hydroxide, it will give you what? Calcium carbonate, milky color. Okay, plus water is formed. Okay, so milkiness disappear when excess of CO2 is passed. Okay, so CaCO3 plus H2O, which is the product, and again you pass CO2 means again it will form calcium bicarbonate, calcium hydrogen carbonate. Okay, so which is what? Colorless. Okay, yes or no? So some common in acids. So actually, what is the common? Acid gives hydrogen ion. Hydrogen gas when they react with a metal. This shows that all acid contain hydrogen generally. Okay, hydrochloric acid is there. You can see hydrogen is there. Okay, sulfuric acid H2SO4 is there. Nitric acid HNO3, here also hydrogen is there. Yes or no? Okay, what will happen? Okay, when the acids, when you pour water into acids, okay, like hydrochloric acid is there, sulfuric acid is there. So hydrochloric acid, it gives a hydronium ion. Okay, or we can say hydrogen ion and chloride ion when it dissolves in water, like HCl in aqueous. Aqueous means what? Water is there. It will give you H plus and Cl minus ion. As I told you before also that H plus ion is unstable. So it will again react with H2O. It will form what? H3O plus, which is called as hydronium ion. Okay, this is what a hydronium ion. Okay. Similarly, acetic acid. Acetic acid gives you what? Acetate ion, CH3COO minus and H plus ion. Okay. Another classification of acid we can say is what? A strong acid and weak acid. Strong acid and weak acid. Okay. So strong acid, the acid which is completely ionized in water and produces H plus is called a strong acid. Example, HCl is there, H2SO4, HNO3. Okay. So actually they will completely dissociate into ions. These acids completely dissociate into ions, whereas weak acid they partially ionize in water. Okay, they will partially dissociate into ions. Okay, it means water, if you take 100 ml of HCl, okay, so it will break into H plus and Cl minus ion. This ions concentration will be greater than 70%, maybe 90 ml, 95 ml. Okay, but if you take a carbonic acid H2CO3, add water in it, it will also break into ion 2H plus plus CO3 minus. But if you take 100 ml of this, ions will get less than 30 ml, means 10 ml ions only will get. Okay, so such acids which will partially dissociate into ions, okay, or that produces a small amount of hydrogen ions, is called as weak acid. So this is generally experimental. We cannot by just the name we cannot say this is a strong acid, weak acid. Okay, so actually they have done experiment and they have found that HCl, H2SO4 and HNO3 they are a strong acid, whereas acetic acid, carbonic acid are weak acid. Okay. Next topic we talk about bases. Okay, bases are what? Bitter in taste. Okay, have soapy touch, turns red litmus blue, and gives a hydroxide ion or hydroxide ion we can say. For example, if you take NaOH in water, it will break into Na plus and OH minus ion. So this OH minus ion is called as hydroxyl ion or hydroxide ion. Okay, hydroxyl ion. So a base generally keeps a hydroxyl ion in its aqueous solution. Okay, sodium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, caustic potassium, that is potassium hydroxide. There are some properties of bases are there. They have a bitter taste, soapy to touch, turns red litmus blue, conducts electricity in solution, and releases OH minus ion. Okay. Similarly, we have the types of bases also. Okay. So some are water soluble, some are water insoluble. The hydroxide of alkali and alkaline earth metals are soluble in water. These are also known as alkali. For example, sodium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide. Alkali is a strong base. Okay. Here also classifications are there, like a strong base is there, weak base is there. The base which completely dissociates into ions is a strong base, which partially dissociates into ions is a weak base. One more classification is there of acid based on basicity, we can say. Okay, acid classification. Okay, based on basicity. What is basicity? Basicity is the number of H plus ion released. Okay, for example, HCl in water, in the presence of water, it will give you 1 H plus ion plus Cl minus ion. So it is a mono-basic acid. Similarly, H2SO4 in the presence of water, it gives you 2 H plus ion. Yes or no? So it is what a di-basic acid. Similarly, we can see H3PO4 in the presence of water, it will give you thrice of H plus and PO4 3 minus. So this is what tri-basic acid. Okay, so these are the another classification of acid based on basicity. Basicity is what? Number of replaceable H plus ion. Okay, one we can write classification of base also. Okay, here we have a term acidity. Okay, based on acidity. Acidity is nothing but a number of OH minus ion released. Okay, number of OH minus ion. Okay, for example, NaOH in the presence of water, it will give you Na plus and 1 OH minus ion. Okay, if you talk about the calcium hydroxide, okay, so it will give you Ca2 plus and 2 OH minus ion. Okay, so here as it is giving 2 OH minus ion, so it is what a diacidic base. Okay, NaOH is giving 1 OH minus ion, so it is what a monoacidic base. Okay, here we have a reactions, chemical properties also is there. Reactions of bases with metal. No, alkali or bases react with metal gives what? Salt and hydrogen. You can see here, like sodium hydroxide react with a zinc, it gives you sodium zincate, Na2ZnO2 plus hydrogen. Okay, if you take the sodium hydroxide react with the aluminum, okay, some water is required, so it will give you sodium aluminate plus hydrogen, NaAlO2, sodium aluminate. Reaction of bases with oxides of non-metal. Okay, oxides of non-metal, okay, like CO2, okay, SO2. So non-metal oxides are acidic in nature. Okay, so for example, carbon dioxide is a non-metal oxide. So when carbon dioxide is dissolved in water, it produces carbonic acid. Okay, what they telling? When CO2 dissolved in water, it gives you what? H2CO3, carbonic acid. So it is what? Acidic in nature. So carbon is a non-metal, so it is a acidic in nature. So generally, bases react with a non-metallic oxide, which is acidic in nature. It gives you salt and water. This is also called as neutralization reaction. Okay, neutralization reaction is a reaction between base and acid. Okay, base reacts with acid, it gives you salt plus water. Okay, so you can see here NaOH reacting with a NaOH which is a base reacting with CO2, which is acidic in nature. It gives you what? Sodium carbonate, Na2CO3 plus H2O. Okay, similarly calcium hydroxide reacting with the CO2 give you what? Calcium carbonate plus water. Next, neutralization reactions, you can say an acid neutralizes a base when they react with each other and respective salts and water are formed. Acid plus base gives you salt and water. Very famous example is there. HCl reacting with NaOH gives you water, NaCl plus H2O. Okay, similarly HCl reacting with the calcium hydroxide gives you water, calcium chloride plus H2O. Okay, so you can learn this reaction. Similarly, reaction of acid with a metal oxide. Okay, so metal oxides are basic in nature generally. Okay, why? Because if you take metal oxide like sodium oxide is there, react with water, it will give you base, price of NaOH. Okay, that's why they are metallic. Sodium is a metal, so metallic oxide is what? Basic in nature. Thus, when an acid reacts with a metal oxide, both neutralizes with each other. Like acid reacts with a metal oxide, which is basic in nature, give you what? Salt and water. Okay, so example you can see acid is there, HCl reacting with a calcium oxide, which is a metallic oxide and basic in nature. Give you what? Calcium chloride plus water. Another example you can take a sulfuric acid, H2SO4 reacting with zinc oxide, which is a metallic oxide, basic in nature. Give you what? Zinc chloride, salt and water. Okay, what is common in all bases? A base dissociate hydroxide ion in water. Okay, which is responsible for the common behavior of a compound. Okay, example you can see NaOH In water, it gives you what? Na plus and OH minus aqueous, means ionic form is there. Similarly, KOH is there, it gives you what? K plus and OH minus ion. Okay, neutralization reaction. What is happening actually? OH minus ion of a base and H plus ion of a acid, it will form what? Water actually. Okay. So here some dilution of an acid and base is there. Strength of acid and base is there. Yeah, this is also important topic. How can we know the strength? By knowing their pH values. Okay, when we talk about pH, pH is nothing but a negative logarithm of H plus ion concentration. Okay, so pH scale is defined from where to where? From 0 to 14 only. So in between 0 to 7 is what? Acid. They are acidic in nature, whereas 7 to 14 is what? Basic in nature. If you move from 7 to 0, so increases H plus ion concentration, so acidic nature increases. If you move from 7 to 14, so basic nature increases. Okay, so here they have given range you should remember. For water neutral solution, pH should be equal to 7. For acidic solution, pH must be less than 7. For basic solution, pH must be greater than 7. One more important thing you should know, pH plus pOH value is always equal to 14. Okay, this is at 25 degrees Celsius. Okay, universal indicator. Anna, using a litmus paper, phenolphthalein or methyl orange, only the acidic or basic character of a solution can be determined, but the use of this indicator does not give idea about the strength of the acid or base. Means they cannot, they will tell you whether it is acid or base, but they will not tell whether it is a strong acid or weak acid. Okay, so to get the strength as well as acidic and basic nature of a given solution, universal indicator is used. So universal indicator, it shows different color over the range of pH values from 1 to 14 for a given solution. Universal indicator is available both in the form of a strip and solution. Universal indicator is a combination of many indicators such as water, propanol, phenolphthalein, sodium salts, sodium hydroxide, methyl red, bromothymol. Okay, so blue monosodium salts, thymol, blue monosodium salts. So the color of matching chart is supplied with a universal indicator which shows the different color for different values of pH. So you can see here strong acids. Here is not clear. In the next video, I will try to make it more clear. Okay. I also discuss the remaining part of acid base in the next video. Okay. That's all for the day. Thank you. If you